Graphers. Tonight, I will unveil a program I've been working on for the last few months. This program is not for graphing, it's for crocheting. So if you like to crochet, this is the program for you. So what does it do? Simply, it loads a PDF into it and gives the instructions to you row by row. As I move, as you notice, this actually uncovers the graph as well, so you can see your progress. You can click to move, you use the arrow keys to move, or use the mouse wheel up and down. And then if you want to go to details, you can see your colors, your stitch, number of stitches, estimated yards, and your current progress percentage. And that's done in real time. So notice that went from 15 to 16, and that actually went from 0 to 2%. If you look up here, you can see your project information. You can see your brand, your craft type, the start position, direction, all the information for like the sizes in the current row, number of colors, and your instructions. So how does this work? Simply go to your WIPs. You can have any 3 WIPs at any time. Go ahead and click New. You notice you have the option to do a PDF or image. Let's do image first. So I will show you this image, which I already have set up, and it quickly pulls it in. What's important to know about the image, and I will open it over here as well, is it can't have any grids, grid lines, it can't have any padding, and it can't be blurry. It basically has to be a graph that's exported as an image. I do have plans to make it more robust in the future. As of right now, it has to be pretty specific. Click the import button when you're ready, and you get your project settings menu. At this menu, you can change your brand. So it's Red Heart. Let's go ahead and choose Bonus Choice. There's Karen 1 pound. And there's the other options here. You may notice it says Original as well. What Original will do is it will attempt to find the closest colors to the brand, or it will attempt to find the closest brand and color to the RGB value in the image. It's not 100% accurate, but it will try. And then you have your craft type. Currently I have single crochet selected. What's cool about this program is I could change it. So let's say I had a PDF that was TSS or single crochet, I could change it to C2C. You can see the instructions change, and so do the information down here. Oops. TSS, full A inverted, bobble full color, bobble solid color, and bobble solid color inverted. Full A will show the way it looks, and as you may notice, this is a 3-color graph. Full A is 2 colors, so we'll attempt to make a 2-color graph. It's not guaranteed to look the way you want, but there are some interesting things you can do with that. What Full A inverted does is it flips the colors. And the same goes for bobble solid and bobble solid inverted. Let's go ahead and cancel this though, since I already have this graph here. And let's show you PDFs. First, I want to talk about some things about the PDF though. They must have a written section. That is important. This program can only read a PDF if it has a written section. Secondly, you can only read single crochet and TSS at this time. So it must have either single crochet or TSS written section. So, 1 second. Let's start with this here. This is a pack. This is not my pack, but I have permission to show you this for this demonstration. The colors, or the rows, are Crafty graph. I guess you can tell. It has the row 1 right to left, row 2 left to right, so it's a crochet. And that is a pack, which this program can load. This Firecat here is an old version of Crafty graph, where it actually just had the number with a colon. It can read these as well, and if you notice, it has the 2 keyword here. That can be loaded as well. And finally, this last PDF. This is not mine either, but I have permission once again to show this. And if you notice, it has a completely different style of written. I wanted to make sure it could read this as well. This is made with, I think, GIMP and KBG or something, or I'm not sure the program, but it's a program that creates written. So let's go ahead and load the Firecat up first. And give it a moment, and there you go. Now this first mini here, it will show you the information for the graph itself. You're not going to probably want to change these. It'll give you some weird effects if you do. So go ahead, unless it looks weird. If it looks weird, then you might want to mess around with it to see if you can fix it. Then click next when you're ready. And once again, you have that menu as before. You go through and you can change the settings of it. Also, you can choose the starting location as well. So if you want to start at the top, work your way to the bottom, you can. And it will actually flip the graph so you can always see your progress in real time. Now let's show the creeper one. And that's a really interesting format. So once again, it loads it right up perfectly fine, easy. Next. And I do want to show you something that's cool. You do C2C, create a project here. It will actually uncover the graph diagonally. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is uncovering it diagonally here. And you also should notice that these have a different type of stitch. This is a double crochet stitch with an extra border on it. So let's go ahead and show the packs real fast. Let's see, that would be the block pack. Once again, this is not mine, but I have permission to show it. So, and the packs might take a little longer to load, especially if there's a lot of graphs in them. The first thing you know, it does say graph 1 of 9. You can click that arrow, and you can go through the different graphs. Also, if you scroll up and down, you can actually scroll through these with the mouse as well. So let's look at this one real fast. Let's go ahead and click next, and boom, it's in. Let's see. With Bobble, actually it's do fillet. So what you notice is the double crochet stitch has a special border on it and it's black, while the white one does not have that border. You notice how it has an extra border. That way you can look at it at a glance and see the extra, the double crochet versus the regular crochet stitches. So that pretty much wraps up all the features of this program. Like I said, it's not for graphing, it's for crocheting. Let's make it easier. Instead of having to sit there and essentially strain your eyes to read the PDF and then mark it off as you go, this will keep track of it automatically. So I'm at row 4. Let's go ahead and close this. And we'll talk about something real fast before I reopen it. If you're testing it at this time, it's going to look kind of like this. It hasn't been finished, essentially. This is like the engine of it, the bare bones. So don't worry if it looks kind of weird. Also, if you open it, you're going to get a kind of a prompt that says it says trial only. Once again, that's just this will be gone with the full version. If you notice, we're row 452. It saves your progress. No more having to mark it off and save it. It does it automatically for you. If you go to WIP, you will see that it has row 452. So it keeps that in there. And anytime you can change your WIP, just like that. So that about wraps this program up. If anybody has questions, please ask. I do want to talk about a promotion deal that I'm having that's going to come out soon with the program. So the program will be $5.99 per year membership, but I will have a special deal that's going to be 25% off. So it'll be $4.49 for the first year. This promotion, you can request a code. If you're a grapher or if you're just following me on Crafty Graph, you request your own code, and you actually get 10 cents for every person that uses your code. After 100 people use your code, unique individuals, you start making 20 cents per use. So let's say you have a bunch of people on your page, you have a big group. When you share the code and a bunch of people download the program and pay for it, you will actually get paid for that. There are limitations and restrictions, so if you're interested, please contact me and we can talk about that. Thank you. Happy graphing.